On the floor for the...
Well, you can expect the threes to fly tonight, Brent. Both of these teams are full of sharpshooters.
Well, which team gets hot first, Kevin, I think is going to be most important. Shooting is rhythm. How do you establish that rhythm? You got to move the ball, move yourself, and maybe the team that gets hot first is going to be the one that ultimately comes out on top.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Pass to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. High post shot, and the shot is good.
And you hear the word versatility so much associated with Bam Adebayo and his game. And the mid-range is coming along as well.
Here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
They set the pick. On three-pointer, Wiggins sinks the triple.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now Hero, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Ware kicks to Adebayo. Off target from three-point range. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Right the pass to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Now, the AC seemed to be cranked up in that one. It was chilly in the arena that night, at least on that end of the floor, just cold shooting all the way around.
You gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And the Heat making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. And that one falls for Tatum. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Adebayo. There's Hero with the 3. And Boston with the rebound. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Hero can't get that one to fall. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside Holiday. Pass to White. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. White's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Celtics.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Miami no good on that time either. Boston leading by 4. Tatum, that's for 2. And Adebayo sends it back.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Hero no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hero no good.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
On the wing, Brown. The 3 from Tatum. And no good that time. And so it's Boston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamanos. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
The Heat trail by 6. They've got Wiggins. Rozier's out there with Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Pritchard. Rozier defending. Pritchard passes to Craig. Horford kicks to Craig. Just 5 to shoot. Horford with the screen on Rozier. Pritchard gets the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Celtics leading by 7. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Tatum against Robinson. Great job by Tatum in close.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
On the court is your next one. It's Eastern Time.
He's checked in for Kevin Love. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not. That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Outside Rozier. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rozier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pretty reliable from outside. You got to get a hand up on Rozier from that area.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. The kick out to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Rozier looking around. Pass to Anderson. Now Wiggins. From 13. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Pritchard. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. He gets that one. And now an 11-point Celtic lead.
That's what makes Tatum so dangerous. Offensively, he doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective.
Rozier, the pass to Wiggins. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the left side wing. There's the pick. Here's Anderson. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Craig finds Tatum from downtown. Miami grabs the miss.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Celtics leading by 11. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Berry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Good D by Anderson. The Heat trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Oh, he can be such a powerful dunker. Wiggins that time with some force at the rim.
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And with this quick break in play, let's take a look now and select from a group of point guards that have been killing it from three-point range over the last 10 games. Fourth, Davion Mitchell.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball.
So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
Well, let's put the three-point percentage in a box for a second. It's the range that those guys have that really blows me away. I mean, just about anything inside of half court is doable for them. Those are some long-distance marksmen.
Boston, no good that time either. The Heat trail by 9. And here's Wiggins. He has 5. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wiggins has got 7.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Here he goes. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Celtics lead by 9. Heat have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Hero. He's coming off a 31-point game against the Clippers. Shoots over White. Again, the Heat good for 2. Now here's Brown. Takes the 13-footer, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so we conclude the first half. Celtics lead by 7. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Eric Spoelstra here with us. A lot of three-pointers allowed in the first half. How do you limit that going forward?
Well, there's been some airspace issues. I mean, there are a couple easy ones where we didn't rotate over on the weak side, but we're just not making that extra effort to get to the shooters.
And we know multiple effort is a big part of what you do. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
When I look at Miami, they've played okay, but unfortunately, that's not getting you into the playoffs. They were hoping to take the next step this year. That led to a lot of frustration for everybody. Their fans are hangry. They wanted to eat.
And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Miami Heat.
So far, this isn't a game they wanted to give their home crowd. They were looking very pedestrian out there. But there is time to turn this around. These fans showed up for them. They're screaming, they're yelling. The place is going wild, so they need to show up in return.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And it's the Heat with the ball. 7-point differential. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. And here's White, following the 3-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Next to Porzingis. Count it, good. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Now, Hero, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
White, and he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now, Hero. He's got 5. He was all alone on that one. He has 7.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Now, Hero. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the defense kind of forced that tricky play from Hero. He still gets the shot off while being fouled.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Hero.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. He does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
Here's Holiday. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. One thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
The first free throw is good.
And there's so many plays where Drew Holiday will show you just how creative he can be with the basketball.
And some changes here for the Heat. Duncan Robinson comes in for Tyler Hero. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Davion Mitchell. Both free throws good from Holiday.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Outside Rozier. Plays it up and banks it in. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 10. 1:53 left to play in the third. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one. Has to wear. Here's Adebayo. Rozier with the ball. He's got 7. And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Yeah, Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career. But his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
The first one falls.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Rozier. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Brown feeling it out a bit. Puts up a three. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Robinson. Still scoreless. Floats it up for Adebayo. Stolen away. Here's Pritchard. Rozier defending. Outside Holiday. And the three ball is good. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Drew aggressive there, right? You could see committing to that shot, looking more than happy to rise up and fire.
Adebayo with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And here's Adebayo. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now Rozier. 9 points in the game so far. 4 seconds left. And good that time. Rozier's got 11 points.
Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics out in front, leading by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then there's Jaime Hawkins. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. The Heat trail by 7. Robinson down low. Pass to Highsmith. Hawkins outside. Now here's Rozier. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And that one's good. Love.
And the physical defense, not enough to stop Love. He's just too strong down low.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Hauser. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
And the first one at the line is good. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. And then for Boston, Luke Cornett comes in for Al Horford. And it's Holiday in for Torrey Craig. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Miami.
Timeout.
They trail by 7. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. The Heat making a switch here. Hero's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Horford's checked in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And this game has been so smooth for Rozier. He's finding his shots and really taking charge on the floor.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Highsmith's shot is off. Celtics leading by 4. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Tatum on the wing. Over Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Tatum no good.
But sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Hero passes to Rozier. Hawkins outside. Outside Hero. Outside Rozier. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. Robinson against Tatum. Over Robinson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Your Heat Youth Dance Team.
So both teams making some changes here.
Make some noise one more time for your Heat Youth Dancers.
Here's Hero. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Rebound by the Celtics. White with it. Down low. Here's Porzingis. Brown outside. Offensive rebound. White looking around. Teardrop shot. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Hero. That one goes. Count it.
Tyler Hero in the zone.
1:21 left in the 4th quarter. Tatum against Adebayo. White, wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. The Heat trail by 4. And here is Hero. Pass to Adebayo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Boston now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here's Tatum for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. And Tatum pulls it down. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And they double up Brown.
Porzingis, one of those big guys who you don't worry about substituting off the floor late in games. Over an 80% shooter from the line for his career.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Come on, fans. Let's give a huge mighty welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew. Make some noise once again for your Miami Heat dancer.
On defense, Boston. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Hero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hero right now working himself into a lather, staying aggressive and drawing the defense's attention.
Shooting 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Boston, Drew Holiday, 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Hero against White. Hero kicks to Mitchell. From deep, Adebayo. And again, it's the Heat missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Davion Mitchell, 4th personal foul. Penalty.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Drew Holiday.
And he is unable to get the second one. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.